Welcome to the Empower Her Wellness Podcast. I'm Morgan, and I'm thrilled to be your host and wellness coach as we navigate the path to a healthier, more confident you. As the owner of Get Fit With Me, I bring years of experience in personal training, nutrition, and coaching to each episode. Join me as we explore practical tips and strategies for fitness, nutrition, mindset, and more, all tailored for busy women just like you. Let's empower your wellness journey and achieve lasting transformation together. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to an episode of the Empower Her Wellness Podcast. I'm your host and coach, Morgan Ekovich. And today we're going to be diving into morning workouts. And the reason we're going to be talking about this is so many women and clients come to me and they say, Morgan, I really need to find the best right time to work out in my day. And when we sit down and we start to dive into what their day actually looks like, because so often what happens is we think, well, I'm just going to put it in here. And we don't actually sit down and look at our calendars and say, when can we actually fit this in? Because it takes planning. And maybe it's only a 5-minute workout, but you need to plan for it. Because if it's not planned for, it will not happen. So same things, as our workouts start to get longer, it's even more important that we know how to schedule them into our days when they actually work and understand the timing needed. So one of the things is when I work with clients, we sit down, and myself included, and we look at the calendar and we say, okay, what type of workout do we want to get in? How long is that workout going to take us? And do we need any time before to get ready? Do we need any time after to kind of get ready for the next thing? What does that whole time block look like? So we figure out what that looks like. And for the majority of my clients, once we have a real understanding of how much time we actually need to set aside for that pre, during, and post workout, we look at our schedule and we're like, where the hell am I supposed to fit that in? And that is where morning workouts come into play. And depending on what stage of life you're in, if you are a new mom and you're barely getting any sleep, morning workouts are probably not going to be the time, because we want to get you as much sleep as possible. But if you're somebody who is, my kids are a little bit older and I know I want to get my workout in, but I've really been struggling with all the extracurriculars, or you just work a 9 to 5 and you're exhausted by the time you come home, or you are somebody who's just on the go all day long and your schedule's kind of unpredictable, but you know every single morning you have some me time. That is where we need to put in our workouts. And that's why morning workouts are a game changer. So do I prefer to work out in the morning? Absolutely. Do I prefer morning with my schedule if it could be between 8 and 10 a.m.? Yes. But that doesn't always work, because most days I have clients starting at 7 a.m. So I either have to do it early or I have to plan it for late afternoon when I don't have clients. But sometimes people change on a whim. I work with humans. And humans will say, hey, I can't make this work this morning. Can we shift to this afternoon? You guys always come first. So that being said, if I don't get my workout in the morning and I have to shift you to that mid-afternoon time when I was planning to do my workouts, I'm cutting into my workout time. And yes, I can have boundaries, but I also am understanding of that. So I need to make myself a priority. And to do that, that means doing it right away in the morning when I know the day could be a little unpredictable, or I know my week's just busy, because there's so many benefits to a morning workout. There's a lot of reasons why I love morning workouts. That number one being, if I do it in the morning, I do not let any other excuses get in my way that stop me from doing my workout, that say, oh, I can't make that happen. I can make it happen because it's the first thing I do in the morning. So that right there is like, it takes the excuses out of it. Don't get me wrong, getting up sometimes in the morning is terrible. I have a real alarm clock now instead of my iPhone, and holy crap, the number of times I hit that snooze is like unbelievable. But there's other days where it goes off and I'm ready to go. So it's really just getting in the habit and getting into the routine of it. So you can train yourself to be a morning person, and you can train yourself to enjoy morning workouts. It takes time, it takes consistency, it takes continuing to show up without motivation, because motivation's not what's getting me out of bed in the morning. I'm gonna be completely honest. I'm not motivated and ready to go. No, I'm a morning person, but like I like my time laying in bed and relaxing. So and sleeping for the most part at that time. So, some of the reasons that I love morning workouts are I honestly just feel mentally more energized and my brain is clear when I start my day with movement. And that can look like a bike ride, it can look like yoga, it can look like stretching, it can look a multitude of ways. It doesn't always have to look the same. But I know that when I get up and I get through that mental block of like, oh, I don't want to do this, when I get through that mental block and I actually do the workout and I'm done, I feel so much better. I'm so much more productive throughout the day as well. I also like that it sets a positive tone for my day. So typically, if I get up and I work out in the morning, that right there is the catalyst to essentially continue to eat healthy throughout the day. Because don't get me wrong, we all have cravings. And it's not that I say I can't have it, but by working out in the morning, it puts nutrition at the forefront of my brain. And I can say, okay, I worked out this morning. How do I need to fuel my body to actually make that workout productive as well? Because yes, that workout happened in that 30 minutes to hour in the morning, but it's how you fuel your body the remainder of the day that is super, super crucial. And a lot of us don't realize that. So if I know that I worked out, how I view my nutrition that day is different. I need to make sure, okay, I have a post workout snack that is carbs and protein. I need to make sure I'm hitting my fiber goal, which is a normal. But if I had a really heavy lift, my protein days are a little higher. Things like that. So it helps reframe and get me in the mindset of continuing to eat healthy. That's why, like, when we talked about Thanksgiving a few weeks ago, we talked about how getting up and just moving for 10 minutes at the start of your day on Thanksgiving Day and with Christmas and New Year's coming up, doing the same thing because it just gets you in the right headspace. It gets you in the headspace of taking care of yourself and making yourself a priority. A few other reasons that I love it is back to the excuses. I am less likely to push it off and say, oh, I'll just do it later. Oh, I'm just so tired. Just not going to make it happen. Like if I'm up, I'm going to do it. So I just have to get up and get going. I don't care if it's 5 minutes. I don't care if it's a walk, strength, bike, does not matter, but I'm moving my body. It's also my me time before work happens. For those of you who are moms or grandparents or those who take care of other humans in your life, caregivers, and you know that as soon as you are up and they are up, you are on and you don't have any me time. This right here is a huge benefit. I love getting up when nobody else is up. Luckily, Mike is not an early person, so I don't have to compete with him. But I do like to make sure that I have plenty of time to get up, move my body, have some coffee, sit and watch TV for a little bit if I want. I am such a slow rolled morning routine. To get ready and get out the door takes me about 5 minutes. It's all the other stuff that I like to do. And getting that workout in is a perfect spot. Sometimes it's me driving to Planet Fitness. Sometimes it's me working out here in the basement. It just depends. A lot of it for me, whether I stay at home and work out or I'm on the go, and I run up the road about 10, 15 minutes, is the weather. If it's really crappy and cold, I stay home. If it's semi nice, especially in the winter here, I definitely try to get out because I do appreciate that fresh air on my face right away when the day starts. And then the last part that like really is helpful to me about those morning workouts is I find that my recovery is quicker. I don't know why. And the only thing that I've been able to put it to is if I have a really heavy lift in the morning, I am generally doing light movement throughout my day, which is going to stretch out those muscles, which is going to be low intensity exercise. And that right there is going to help me not be as sore. Whereas if I do an evening workout, kind of my muscles will start to tighten. I go to sleep, then I wake up and I'm really sore. I'm not saying the soreness goes away completely, but I noticed that on my heavier lifting days in the past when I was sore, that I'm not as sore. And that could be a combo of things. That could be my nutrition is better because it's at the start of my day and it's at the forefront of my brain. Or it could be the fact that I'm doing a little bit more movement and I'm moving my body rather than just sitting after that workout. It could be a variety of things. You also are going to sleep better because at the end of the night, exercise brings a little bit of energy boost. You get endorphins from it. And if you do that right before bed, it can be hard to calm down. Morning workouts, I always sleep like a rock that night. Always. My favorite, like I said, time to work out is between 8 and 11 a.m. I sleep really good those nights as well. It's usually when it starts to get into the later afternoon that I don't always sleep as good. And it also depends on what other things are happening in my life. So I'm not saying morning workouts are the one and only time for you to work out and it's the best time or the right time. And I'm putting all this in quotations because, in all honesty, the best and the right time to work out is the time that fits into your schedule. If you know a morning time does not work for you, try it. Make sure it doesn't work. But if you're not successful, find a time that works. If you know you have an hour for a workout and you need 20 minutes to drive there and you need 20 minutes to drive home, that is an hour and 40 minutes that you have. So, where can you fit that in? Or if you're at home, okay, I have to change out of work clothes. That takes, let's say, 5 minutes. I'm going to do a 30-minute downstairs workout. That's 30 minutes. And then I probably need 5 minutes to kind of refresh before I get back into life. So that's like 40 minutes. So it all depends on where your workout is, what type of workout it is, what you need to do before and after to continue with your day. And when I'm in the morning, I'm not ready. I'm never like ready when I get up in the morning for the day. So I just lay out my clothes the night before, I put them on, and then I work out. And then if I'm not seeing clients in person, I don't always shower because it's just me at home. If I'm going out and I'm seeing clients or I'm teaching class, I absolutely shower, even if I'm not washing my hair because I did sweat. But if I'm home, I take that out of the picture. So that's why knowing your calendar is super important and making it a plan. Okay. So other reasons, let me see here. What did I not touch on? Sense of accomplishment. If you start your day by crossing something off your list for yourself and your health, you will 100% feel so much better and you will be more motivated throughout the day to continue that. You're going to sleep better. You're going to have more time in the evenings. So many of us love to sit and veg out, whether it's with our kids or on our own, or we like to go out and do something. And if we wait till the end of the day to fit that workout in, we feel obligated to say no to social things because we have to get that workout in. Or we feel guilty for sitting on the couch and reading, watching a show, painting, whatever it is, because we didn't get that workout in. So getting it in earlier in the day is going to allow your evenings to be more relaxed, less stress. And I don't know about you, my nanny kids are in a lot of things, or it feels like they're in a lot of things that I can't even imagine trying to get a workout in after they are home from school. After they are home from school and after they've done their extracurriculars and then putting them to bed and then doing a workout, I'm exhausted. They talk to me, they ask me things, and the joke is that I have Morgan brain because by the end of the day, I am decision fatigued. And sometimes they're asking me things, and I'm like, I don't know what you're asking. Like, no, I don't know. So knowing at that point in my day that I'm going to go down and I'm going to have a really good workout does not work for me. And if you're somebody else who feels that way, evenings are not your ideal time. If they are the absolute only time, you got to choose workouts that have no decisions, that you can go and listen and show up. Because the more decisions you have to make at that point in the day, the less likely you are to not do it. The other thing that is really great about morning workouts is there are a lot of morning classes. I know every gym or every class has morning, noon, and evening, but there's something about that morning crew that like looks for you. I used to go to classes and I would teach morning classes as well. And I remember thinking, hey, Sue didn't make it today. I wonder what's going on. She didn't send me a message. Or thinking, oh, Barb wasn't here. She didn't tell me she wasn't coming. Or beforehand in college, my girlfriends and I would run when we were training for our 25K. And we would do are you up? Are you still wanting to go to the gym? And you never want to be the one to say no. So having that kind of built-in accountability and partner in that morning time is super great. When you're at home, maybe it's a virtual class. Maybe it's your partners getting up and you're doing a workout with you. If you're going to the gym, maybe you have somebody there. We're going to do a whole episode on creating your fit community and having a fit community because there are huge benefits in this. But there's something about morning people, we're just wired a little bit differently. And we're like peppy and excited that if you can find a morning person to work out with, it's going to be much better. You are going to want to show up and you are going to start to get those benefits of a morning workout sooner rather than feeling like, oh, I'll just wait. Like Find that person to go with you, to meet there, whatever that is, or get on Zoom with a girlfriend and work out together. It doesn't matter how it looks, but having just that built-in person in the morning when it's hard is super great. So community connection, like I said, that happens at classes everywhere, but like having those people that you show up regularly to, that you've created this routine, there's something different in our morning minds. We all know we're here because it's our only time to ourselves. So I talked about why it's so great. Let's talk about some tips here because that's really what you guys want. Let's be honest. I can talk till I'm blue in the face on how awesome morning workouts are, but like let me tell you some ways that you can actually make this happen. So number 1, back to those bare minimums. If you are somebody who feels intimidated by a 30 or a 60-minute morning workout because you're already in a time crunch, start with 5 or 10 minutes minimum. Say, I'm going to get up and I'm going to do 10 minutes of stretching. I'm going to get up, I'm going to do a 5-minute AMRAP. Schedule it in and start with 5 or 10 minutes. Once you've kind of started to build that in and that feels good, then go up to 15, then 20, then 30. And maybe 30 is where you're ending. I'm usually a 30-minute person when I'm at my house. When I go to the gym, I'm closer to like 45 minutes to an hour. Only because I've gotten in the car to drive there, I feel like I got to make it worth my while. I don't know. The way I rationalize some things is not always the same for other people, and I know that. So start with a bare minimum of 5 or 10 minutes of movement. That is a workout. Start there. Once you feel comfortable, you can increase that. Number 2, prep the night before. Oh my goodness. I just did a post on this about the importance of like resetting your house at the end of the day. And it's not like everything has to be cleaned up and put in its shelf. And like, it doesn't mean your house is immaculate, but it means that you've reset so that when you wake up the next morning, you can exhale and say, wow, I'm not walking into a shit show. No, I'm not walking into this tornado that's gone off. You know, you can walk into the kitchen and there's not piles of dishes, dirty dishes in the sink. Yeah, they may be on the counter, but they're clean because you know you're going to reuse them the next morning. So same thing goes. You are resetting your life that night. Think about your workout routine the next morning. What can you do? Can you fill your water bottle and put it in the fridge or on the counter so that's ready to go? One less thing you have to do in the morning while you're probably filling the kids' water bottles. Okay, you're making the kids' lunch. Can I prep a post-workout snack? Or can I prep a breakfast for myself that's easy that I can grab and go, whether it's on my way to the gym or I'm popping it or I'm eating it after the gym? Doesn't matter. We set out, there's so many of these things also that we do for our kids or we used to have done or that we used to do when we were kids and we stopped doing them. Pick out your outfit the night before. Like just put out your workout outfit, grab your shoes, make sure you know where those are. Get all of that set up. If you are somebody who is going to be working out at home, get your workout area set up, especially if the room is being multi-purpose. It's your living room and your workout room. When you go to bed, pull your weights out from underneath the couch so that they're just there and they're out in the open. If you are going to be doing a certain type of workout, pick what workout you're doing, whether it's a video or you actually have a written program. Pick what workout you're doing. Know what you're doing going into it so you can mentally prepare yourself and be like, oh yeah, I've got leg day tomorrow, or I've got a cardio and an upper body day. That'll be perfect. If you are going to be going to the gym, think about, okay, do I need to check and see if it's going to snow? Okay, that may add an extra 5 minutes to scrape or warm up my car. There's some of these things that come into play, but think through and prepare yourself. So yeah, clothes, water, breakfast, set up your space, know what workout you're doing, communicate with that person you're going to the gym with saying, hey, we're still on the same page. Awesome. I will see you there. Check in with them the next morning, be like, hey, on my way. Like that right there is a really good way to set yourself up for success. The other thing, so tip number 3 is setting your alarm. So we all set our alarms differently. We all wake up differently. Some of us hit the snooze 25 times. Some of us set 14 different alarms. Some of us set one alarm and don't hit snooze at all, maybe hit once. Or there's those of you who literally can just wake up at the same time every day without an alarm. I'm striving to get there. I go through stages in life where like I feel where I can do that and then other times where I can't. In all honesty, I never trust myself fully enough. So there's always some sort of an alarm set. But when we're thinking about setting your alarm, figure out when you need to wake up and try to go to bed the night before only 15 to 20 minutes earlier. Not like a whole hour or a couple hours, because some of you don't go to bed till 11. But what if you can start going to bed at 10:45 or 10:40, which means phones are down, TVs are off, all of that by 10:30, 10:40, depending on when you're going to bed. You need some downtime away. Oh, you're opening a book, eyes are closed, you are falling asleep, you are going to bed 15, 20 minutes earlier. I'm not asking you to give up a whole extra hour in your day, but start with 15 to 20 minutes. That right there is you're going to start to figure out your sleep rhythm. And we may actually find a good spot where you may not be getting 8 to 9 hours, but you're getting the right amount of sleep to wake up at the right time in the morning where you're not dog tired. Because we've all woken up when we're kind of in that deep, deep sleep, and it's just like, so terrible. That's why the snooze gets hits 14 plus times. I've been there. I know that feeling. So as you're kind of thinking about that, can you go to bed 15 to 20 minutes earlier on the mornings that you're getting up to work out? Give yourself 15 to 20 minutes extra of sleep by going to bed earlier the night before. Let's see what else we got for you. I mentioned this before. It is not going to happen because you are motivated to do it in the morning. Yes, there's some excitement when you start a new routine of like, I'm going to do the thing. And there's a little bit of motivation there. But I'm going to guarantee it is December. It is gray. It is snowy. It is cold. It is not ideal. We're not waking up in Florida, 75 and sunny, beautiful palm trees, all of the things. No. That being said, the grosser the weather, the harder it is for us to get up. Do not let motivation be the only thing that gets you out of bed. It is routine. It is consistency. It is keeping your integrity and keeping that intention and word to yourself. Telling yourself, I am getting up to work out tomorrow morning. Hold true to that. Show up. Get up. You can always pivot and shift, but get up and work out. Maybe it's 5 minutes instead of a 15-minute workout. Maybe you couldn't get to the gym because you woke up and the roads were terrible and you didn't even want to test them because you knew coming home was going to be terrible. But you do an at-home workout. Have different tools in your toolbox. We have an on-demand group fitness class library of 300 plus classes, 30 minutes or less that you can do all at home. So if you have any interest in that and you want a backup plan, check the show notes. I've thrown that in there. You can purchase that. It's a one-time fee. You pay for it once. And as those classes, I teach 2 live classes a week right now. So as I continue to record classes, that library continues to grow and grow. And you forever have access. So if you are somebody who's looking for a backup plan, or you're just you have no plan in general, go purchase those classes, show up, have somebody else tell you what to do. So when you are exhausted and you're awake, but you are moving your body and you can just show up and do the thing. And then the 5th little tip / why you would want to do this is, I'm going to be honest, in the moment, it is not fun. It is tiring. It's exhausting. It's blah, blah, blah. I know it is. But what I need you to do is, after every single time you do it, every single workout, I need you to think about, how's your mood? How's your energy? How's your body feeling? Does your brain feel clear? How do you feel physically, mentally, and emotionally after every single one of these? These are little dopamine hits that if you can show up, you can get those endorphins, and we get a dopamine hit and we're like, yeah, this feels good. That right there, reminding yourself, noting how great you feel. And there may be days where you're like, I still feel tired. Like my body just is a little off. We have those days. But how's our mood? How's our mental state? We feel clearer. We have more energy. We are excited. All of those things happen. We are ready to take on the day. So being able to remind yourself and look at those things post every single workout. You can post it like on social media if you want, but I meant like post workout. Noting those is what's going to keep you going. It's not the motivation. It's the routines and it's the remembering. Yes, I do feel better. Yes, I do feel better. I have more energy. I'm going to eat better today. I'm going to make sure I get my water in. one of my clients was telling me, she goes, on the days that I work out, my water is like on point because I can get through my first water bottle in my workout. Days I don't work out, it's harder. So little things like that add up and have a huge effect, and we don't even know it or realize it. So start to note some of these things. So like I said, I am a huge advocate for morning workouts. My ideal time is between 8 and 11, but that doesn't always work for my schedule. I have clients, I have things that I do in the actual work hours. So when I get up, some days it's 4 a.m. If I'm up to ready to go, I do go. Sometimes it's 5:30. I do try, depending on if I have a 7 a.m. client or not, no later than 6, because that, at least at the bare minimum, allows me to come downstairs, get a workout in, and then get my day started and not feel rushed. And yeah, some of you may be thinking, that's really freaking early, Morgan. How the hell am I supposed to do that? Put it on your calendar. Start with just 5 or 10 minutes that morning of a workout and go to bed 15 to 20 minutes earlier the night before. That's it. Really, you're going to bed 15, 20 minutes earlier so that you can get a 15 to 20 minute workout when you wake up the next morning at the same time, or a little bit earlier. So we talked about morning routines. All in all, if you are just like Morgan, I am just not a morning person. I'm never going to be. That's okay. All you need to do is figure out when you need to do it, put it on your calendar, and show up consistently. Show up for yourself, hold true to your word, keep your integrity, and you can do this. Remember, I did add a link to the show notes. So if you are interested in purchasing our on-demand group fitness class library, 300 plus classes and growing by the week, then make sure to check that out. It's a one-time purchase. And then after that, you have access forever. And they're always fun. We've got some really cool workouts in there. We've got some cardio workouts. We got a lot of strength. We've got upper, lower, mini band, resistance band, dumbbells, kettlebells, all the things. So if you have any questions on that, please just shoot me an email. And as always, if you ever want to learn how we can work one-on-one together, send me an email, subject line Kickstart, to morgan@getfitwithme-morganekovich.com. And I'll reach out to you and I'll share how we can work one-on-one together to figure out how to make this work for your life, not just exercise-wise, but nutritionally and accountability and habits and routines and sustainably. So I will see you all next week. Have a fantastic weekend. Get out there, get moving, and put your morning workout on the calendar. Talk to you soon. Thank you for tuning in to the Empower Her Wellness podcast. I hope you found today's episode inspiring and packed with actionable tips. Remember, your journey to becoming the strongest, most confident version of yourself is just beginning. Be sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode and join our community of empowered women. Until next time, stay strong and stay confident.